At my engagement dinner, my aunt leaned over with a smile. "I'm so glad your parents finally gave you access to that wedding fund we all contributed to." My fork froze halfway to my mouth. "Wedding fund?" I asked. She blinked. "The account your parents set up when you were born. All of us chipped in over the years, birthdays, Christmas, and graduation gifts. By now it must be, what, over $40,000? The blood drained from my face. Around the table, my cousins nodded in agreement. My fiancé squeezed my hand, confused. I laughed nervously. "I don't have a wedding fund." The room went dead silent. My mother's face went ghostly white. My father's grip tightened on his wine glass so hard I thought it might shatter. "What do you mean?" my aunt asked, frowning. "I wrote a $1,000 check myself when you graduated from college. It was supposed to go into that account." "I never received a cent," I said, my voice trembling. "I've been saving for this wedding by working 2 jobs. Every flower arrangement, every deposit, we're paying out of pocket." My father cleared his throat. "Sweetheart, I think you're mistaken. There was never really that much money." "Don't you dare lie," my aunt snapped, suddenly furious. She rummaged through her purse and pulled out a folded bank slip. "Here, look. I deposited money myself into that account, under your name. Don't you remember, Susan?" She turned to my mother, whose mascara was already starting to run. My stomach twisted. "Wait, are you saying you've had a fund for me this entire time?" My father slammed his glass onto the table, red-faced. "We can explain." "Explain what?" I shot back, standing so fast my chair screeched across the floor. "That you drained the fund meant for my future? That you let me nearly go into debt just to pay for this wedding, while you were sitting on $40,000? Mom's eyes filled with tears. "We were going to replace it. We just borrowed a little to pay off the credit cards, then the roof repairs, then the boat loan." My aunt cut in, her voice dripping with disgust. My chest tightened, fury shaking me to my core. "All those times I told you I was struggling. All those nights I cried because I couldn't afford both rent and wedding deposits. And you said, well, weddings are expensive, you'll just have to budget better." All while you were secretly spending my money. The table was silent except for my mother's sniffling. My fiancé stared at them in disbelief, his jaw tight. "How much?" I demanded. My dad wouldn't meet my eyes. "There's nothing left." The air was sucked out of the room. $40,000. My family's love and generosity, gone. All those years, all those gifts, stolen. "You've been lecturing me about responsibility my whole life," I whispered, tears blurring my vision. "And you spent my future on yourselves." My aunt's voice was sharp as glass. "You disgust me." My fiancé stood, his arm protectively around me. "We're done here," he said firmly. As we walked toward the door, I turned back one last time. My voice cracked, but I forced the words out. "I trusted you more than anyone, and you stole the one thing Grandma wanted me to have. I will never forgive you." The look of shame and panic on their faces told me they knew exactly what they'd lost, and it was so much more than money.